everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a lemon tart with edible flowers, so let's get going. Alright, so if you know me and you've seen my videos from before, you'll know that I love lemon. And I've actually never made this lemon tart before. I've made little tiny like mini lemon pies, so this should be fun. So it's just basic lemon curd, so we'll just go over that real quick. It is 1 cup of granulated sugar. And then we're gonna zest about 3 lemons into that. So that took only about 2 lemons. They're pretty large, so it's about 2 tablespoons of zest. So that's about all you need. We're just gonna stir this up, whisk it up, make sure it's all completely combined. And then in a thick saucepan, we're going to break in 6 egg yolks. All right, so that's about halfway, but I'm going to add in the sugar next. And then mix it all together very well. Alright, so that's a good texture. And then we're going to go ahead and add the juice of the 2 lemons that we had zested earlier. Make sure you catch all the seeds. This one had a ton of seeds. Look at that. Alright, so we have this on a high medium heat, and we're just going to keep stirring consistently until it gets to a thick consistency that we want. And that happens really quickly, so you don't really want to walk away. We are going to have to add a stick of butter, which is about 1/2 cup. And we want that butter to be really, really cold, and that just helps cool this down. It acts like ice cubes. So if you have anything that's like a pastry or something like that that you need to have cooled down, butter is your friend. So once this gets going a little bit, then I will run and go get some butter. So you can see it's starting to boil, and that's why it's going to start thickening up now. Alright, so this has basically been boiling for 2 to 3 minutes now, and it's getting to the point where it's kind of feeling like the consistency of pudding. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off the heat. And I have my butter here that I have already cut up into pieces just to make it dissolve a little bit faster. We're just going to mix it straight in. Okay. Now that that's all basically mixed in, I have over here a bowl with a sieve, and I just like to use the sieve because I'm not a fan of the pulp. But if you like the pulp and you want to leave it in, just don't even sieve it, just stick it in a bowl. I'm just gonna throw this into here. So now let's start working on our crust while we have our lemon curd cooling to the side. So I'm going to throw in 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to give that a quick swirl to get it all incorporated. Alright, now I'm going to add in 1/2 stick of butter. I put this butter in the freezer for about 15 minutes, so it's very cold. Oops. Maybe don't throw it in. It comes out. Alright, and we're just going to pulse this until it gets like a really like coarse cornmeal type consistency. Alright, so that was about 30 to 45 seconds of just holding the button down. So I'm gonna add in about 2 tablespoons of very cold water. I put ice in here, but you don't want to get ice into the actual flour part. So just a couple tablespoons of that until it all starts to come together. All right, and then we're just gonna roll it out. I didn't find anything online that I liked, so this is my old recipe that I used for the little mini meringue pies, so I'm hoping that it works. We shall see, because I have never made this before. All right, so I'm just going to kind of squish this into a disc shape. It'll be easier to roll out in a round circle that way. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. This is about 4 inches, I would say. And I'll probably be able to get maybe 6 of these little tarts out of it. And the tarts are smaller and they have a little removable bottom, which is awesome. So I rolled these out. We don't want them super thin, so that's probably around 1/4 inch. I'm just going to put it in here very gently. I'm going to press it down. That's just, oh gosh, right about perfect. I'm going to push it into the side here. All right. That looks good. Now I saw this cool little trick, but I saw it done with a large tart pan, so I don't know if it'll work. I mean, the theory is the same, so hopefully it'll work. But what the lady did was she just rolled her rolling pin right over the top. Oh, it might be that these are too small though. And yeah, it worked. It just kind of, it already like cuts it off for you. You don't have to worry about trimming it up. That's kind of cool. So that's 1. Let's see if I can get 6. I might only get 5 out of this, but we'll check. Alright, so I was able to get roughly 7 out of these, and I'm going to go ahead and prick them with a fork, so hopefully they won't bubble up. Alright, so I baked these at 375 for about 15 minutes on the middle rack, and I put them on a baking sheet. And they shrunk a little bit more than what I was hoping for, but I've never made this recipe before, so live and learn. It might be that I have to freeze the dough or chill the dough for about 30 minutes beforehand. That way maybe it would cause less shrinking, so try that. But otherwise, I mean, they're deep enough that I can fill them up with a little bit of the lemon curd and decorate them. So I'm not totally displeased. So we'll let this cool down and then we will decorate. So I have some fun flowers here. They're edible flowers. I got them at my local grocery store. I have some blueberries, some raspberries, some mint from my garden, and I have a little bit of lavender in here because I happen to live next to a lavender farm. They do really great lavender. If you live in the area, it's the Capay Valley Lavender. They're nestled right in the heart of the Capay Valley. They're a wonderful little establishment, so if you ever have the opportunity to check them out, you should. Anyways, let's fill these up. I just put my lemon curd inside a pastry bag with the tip cut off. We're just going to squeeze the amount that we need right into our custard tart here. If you'd like to see more fun pastries, tutorials, and baked goods, please like and subscribe below. Have a great day, everybody.